There it is. It is Monday. Monday. Episode 266 of Snakes and Stogies. Here we are. It's hot. It's like sticky.
Now your microphone sounds a little quiet.
Uh-oh. See, I cursed myself by saying, like, oh, our stuff works okay with all the dust and humidity. Does it sound better now?
Beautiful.
Check.
Beautiful.
We good. Now you're quiet.
Mm-hmm.
What the hell do I do?
There you go. There you go. Good Lord. Look at that. Chris Sanchez is first at the party. What a
He
guy.
always is. God bless.
Wow. Well, this episode, as always, brought to you by Fulvius Apparel, fulviusapparel.com. He got that THP shirt. I don't think I even have those on the website. I need to get those added.
Kicking it old school.
I think that kind of requires us to actually do that podcast on a regular basis. But, you know, the parents slowly grow apart, and then the kids have to decide which one's their favorite.
No, dude, you're just busy with life, you know?
No, we have been. We do need to do one. I know Jake's had a lot of stuff going on just in the last couple months with everything he's got, and he's been cooking up and producing and
Dude,
other stuff he's been getting into. Yeah, so
Slaying.
we are due for a THP. They are going to be doing Flippin' Tin here soon to recap their West Texas trip with Chris Painchab.
Glorious.
He gave me dates. I don't remember off the top of my head what it was, but I want to say it's either this week or next week. We'll see. But
all right, cool.
Fulvius Apparel, fulviusapparel.com. Use the code THN at checkout. That is the exclusive promo code for THN listeners and viewers like you. Daytona pickup is still available. It will not be available for much longer because I'm going to get to the point where I got to start getting orders together and bagged and boxed and ready to load in the car and make the pilgrimage.
I put my order in. You can too.
You did, yes. So get them in while you can if you're going to Daytona. I have to send some emails to some people that say they're going to Daytona, but their orders being placed from like Montana, and so I'm having doubts that they're going to Daytona. So I gotta.
You never know,
like,
man.
hey.
What was it? Who is it? Han is in Vancouver, Canada.
Yeah.
He comes.
I don't know.
Yeah,
I think it seems like because I had some other people place orders, like Keller placed an order, and he chose Daytona. He's like, I don't know that I'm going to be able to go yet. So I was like, okay. And then I've had some other people place it, and they're like, it just defaulted to that. It didn't give them the option necessarily to pick it, or it just set it to that immediately. And so people just like go right through and check out and stuff. But either way, regardless, looking forward to it. We're getting down to the wire. We're at what, 2 weeks-ish, 2.5?
Oh my gosh. Crazy.
Can't get here soon enough.
Oh man.
Looking forward to it.
Yeah, man. It's gonna be epic.
Wow.
Epic.
It's also epic cold-blooded caffeine. Get that
Peace
coffee.
out.
That's right. Best coffee around. Use the code SMOKE at checkout. Get 10% off your order. That's the exclusive promo code. Also for Snakes and Stogies listeners in particular.
Snakes and
not just
Stogies,
TH.
For sure.
So
I mean, we let other listeners use it, but it's really for you guys.
you only hear it here.
Correct.
So,
Correct.
yeah. Energize yourself. Get some coffee.
Treat yourself.
Looks like Trey's been doing a whole bunch of traveling. I think he was out at that LA Pet Fair or Pet Expo that they just had.
Really?
It was like a pretty big deal, it looked like. And he's been getting around, man. He's a busy dude.
Gotta hustle, man. Gotta put the boots on the ground. You know?
Yeah, we got to get Phoenix decked out for first day of school. It can't be going looking like a bum.
Oh, it looks like Kasiki's gonna be joining us for his shirts.
Yeah, Kasicki got him some goodies.
Excellent.
Sanchez got him some goodies.
Excellent.
Valentine Chains, are you going to Daytona this year? Does anybody know?
I don't know.
He's in here. I'm just trying to
Oh, look, he is.
reveal yourself, Chains. I don't know.
There's a delay.
He's listening, I'm sure. But regardless,
he's slightly delayed.
What are you smoking this evening?
Tonight, I am smoking something I have not had in a very long time, and now I can't remember the official name. You know what? I'm gonna look it up. So I'm not that guy. I'm gonna see if you can get it.
How was that Saint Cristobal you had last week? I meant to ask you what the
it was
final
most
verdict was
enjoyable.
on it.
It was most enjoyable. I feel like that was a great cigar for someone who enjoys cigars but doesn't necessarily know what they like yet. I think it was a great all-around smoke. I do. I highly recommend.
Raj got him, but I think he only has them at one shop right now. He doesn't have them at both.
So I'm gonna butcher this. Oh, okay. Well then I'm crazy. I thought I was making the name wrong, and that is the name. All right, trivia time. It is Dominican. It is very rich and oily, and doesn't have a band.
Some sort of LFD.
Yes, good.
Doesn't have a band though.
Only comes in a cabinet of 50.
I don't know of any that don't have bands. It must be. It's a limited thing then. I'd assume.
It's
production.
Maduro cabinet. That's it.
Oh no.
This one's number 5.
Dude, their Maduros are crazy oily. They're just
yes. And I attempted to crown cut it. It's an all right crown cut. But I was in for something a little rich and oily this evening, and here we are. And what about you, sir?
Got a little Tatuaje black label action.
Look at you, girl. Little Tatuaje.
It's not going to focus. It just says Tatuaje. You get the idea.
Yeah, it doesn't need to say more. It doesn't need to have more. It is decadence and class rolled into one.
If you like them on the stronger side, Tatuaje is kind of like LFD, where I don't think they could make a mild cigar if they wanted to.
No, not at all.
It's just one of those brands where it's full force all the time.
Legit.
But they're good. It's been a while since I've had one of these. This is like not the Corona Doble, but like a Toro, but longer. Since there's no like standardized name for all that stuff. Everyone's got their own name for each size. I'm just calling it a Corona Doble because that's what it reminds me of, is those Ligas.
Nice.
In the long Toro, basically.
Yeah, and it's thinner. It's like a 52.
Yeah. Nothing crazy.
Delicious.
It is very good. You got update stuff.
I got nothing to report.
Nothing.
No news is good news. Status quo.
Eggs are good.
Eggs look fantastic. I have not rekindled them, but they have not altered in any visual way that I can see. I think I don't want to jinx it, so I'm not going to say it. I'm not going to phrase it the way that would jinx me. But if I was making sure the humidity was the right amount in the vermiculite, I, in theory, would have done a good job. Did that make sense? Marginally.
I don't know. I still just I hate vermiculite with such a passion that it's when I hear you using it, it's
classic.
Turns me off.
So I've actually put dates in the calendar to like mark when I want to check the moisture level, and I'm doing it all by touch because I'm old and that's what we used to do. But I haven't opened the egg container. I'm not gonna be that guy, and just like I'm not gonna keep burping it over and over again. I'm just gonna leave them alone. I got a camera on them just in case. I don't know what I'm gonna see, but you know. And
Russ is gonna pipe up and say something. I guarantee.
He is. Yeah, I can see the gears turning. He's like, oh.
He just messaged me a few minutes ago and was like, "It's 8:30. Have you checked your Mirasac yet?"
I fucking hate you guys.
Bitch.
Oh God. So yeah, they look good though. Mom looks good. I need to feed Mom. She did lose a lot of weight in that, but she still looks healthy. She doesn't look wrinkly at all. And I don't know, man. I think something may have transpired with that silver because she plumped up real good, but she doesn't look like she's going into shed. So we'll see what happens. And what about yourself, sir?
That whole house snake clutch is no good. Surprise.
Damn.
Phil King roasted me over it, and he's like, condition your females better. And I was like, yeah, fair enough. No Mirasac yet. And Russ, I did check like 20 minutes before you messaged me, mocking me. That's the first time I've checked in like, I don't even remember the last time I looked. It had to be like a week ago, 4 days, something. I got a tachydramus. Have you seen those? Those little emerald grass lizards. You're muted.
Oh, I know what you're talking about. They're cool, man.
Yeah. It was 4 days ago. He said, "You're keeping more track of it than I am now, Russ." He said, "I wish you wouldn't." Well, nothing there. But I got a tachydramus, the Smaragdinus from my buddy John Calloway, Calloway's Critters.
Sweet.
He had a couple extra chameleon cages because I'm a chameleon owner again.
Oh, you got one?
Yes.
Well, that's news.
His name is Jerome Bruce Crawley
Nice.
or something. I don't know. The three of us, me and the girls, couldn't decide on a name, so he just got Jerome.
That's the way to do it, man.
Crawley the first.
The first. Nice.
And he's I got a nice screen cage that Callaway had because he had some extra ones, but I just gotta make some tweaks to it and clean it up a little bit. I'm trying to decide if I should just re-screen the entire thing. I can't decide because I don't know if I'm going to open myself up to more headaches than I really should because I'm looking at it right now.
Okay.
And I'm not that handy, so might be making my life more difficult than it needs to be. But
I feel like it's humid enough in that garage.
he's going to be in the house in like the living room.
Oh, okay.
So,
So then, yeah, you might want to put a little cellophane on two sides.
So Bill Strand had a video where he took some of the window insulation. It's like a film
Okay.
that Duck brand makes, and you like basically use it in lieu of the screen, but then you take a blow dryer and you heat it up, and that gets it really nice and tight, and it turns it almost into like a solid side. But it's it's a film. It's not
Interesting.
like a plexi or something. So
Now, is it permanent, or can you peel it off and like? Do you use it for something else? Like
you could peel it off and replace it if you needed to or something.
Okay, good, excellent.
I don't know, but yeah, he's doing good. Got the fogger set up. Have that on a timer. I've learned a freaking ton about veiled chameleon natural history. A lot of stuff that I had no idea about.
Okay.
Like the fact that over 90% of them don't live past a year in the wild.
Yeah, isn't that wild?
Yeah, it's crazy.
Really?
And now their insane growth rate makes way more sense. So hopefully I can talk to Bill about coming on a show at some point. I can, get into that. But that tachydramus is really cool. I'm excited about that. It's a female. John has a really nice group set up, and they're really cool communal species, and they're reproducing like freaking crazy. So
Awesome.
I'm sure I'll end up with a couple more. They're small, so it's nice because they don't take up a ton of space. Feed them Pangea or Rapashi or whatever you want, and some bugs in the mix. And
Just lap it up.
yeah,
That's
Yeah,
cool, man.
so-
That's cool.
pretty stoked about those. They're neat. But that's about it. I mean, those house snake eggs crashed, so which wasn't surprised. They didn't look that great from the beginning, and I checked them the other night, and they got pretty nasty pretty quick. So
Look on the
those-
bright side. At least you
those are
knew quick.
tossed.
Yeah.
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 And I'm gonna start pumping her, and if she double clutches, maybe that second round will be better off. We'll see. But, I think that's pretty much it.
Okay. Well, it's about that time that we have some wonderful guests this evening. Would you care to introduce them?
Yeah. So this round, we are joined by Dan and Paula Beverage. Is it pronounced Beverage?
If you wanted
Just-
to.
Just beverage.
Of Picture It Pythons. We haven't, I'm not going to say you're ball python people, but we have not had a lot of people that have a lot of ball
Mainly?
pythons.
We haven't had
Like, yeah,
many Royal Python centric folks.
Yes.
Yes.
Like, I think you guys might be literally like maybe one of 3 tops, if that.
Yeah.
It's not, it's not really, as I was saying, a world that any of us are really in. Like I've had a few over the years off and on.
I mean, I feel like you have to at some point in herp
Jake,
culture,
Jake had his for a handful of years, begrudgingly. And I think he did enjoy it. He just didn't want to admit it. But yeah, I mean, you guys are doing a bunch of other really cool stuff with a lot of species that we do love. So we figured we'd kind of get into a little bit of everything. Make balls royal again, Sanchez said.
Here.
All right. But we'll get into the, all that. But we typically let you guys decide how, as far as how you got into herps, whether you want to give us the Cliff Notes version, long version. Was it something you guys have been into, as a married couple the entire time you guys have been together? Is it something that you sort of, one of you came into with the other one, or
did you guys meet at Repticon?
Yeah.
So for me, I kind of have the run-of-the-mill story. I was always catching whatever I could. I had green anoles from when I was a kid. I had baby snapping turtles that like a friend, they hatched in a stream or near a stream by his house. So I had a tank full of baby snapping turtles for a while.
That's cool.
I've always just been an animal person. And then I have a brother that's a lot older than me. So when I was a young kid, he got a Burmese python. So I grew up with an albino Burm in the house. So when I was in like 7th and 8th grade, I had this big 12-foot snake in the house that was a fun point for all my friends.
Chick magnet. Let's be real. Call it what it is.
Certain type of chick magnet. Yeah.
Yeah. Right. Yeah.
Yeah. No, with me, my father's a veterinarian. I've always loved animals, but I didn't like reptiles. I actually was petrified of snakes up until I was in a relationship that was going downhill and tried to save the relationship. I got a snake and relationship failed, turned that snake in and got 4 ball pythons. And I met him with 4 ball pythons.
That's awesome.
So, yeah. And I had 50 when we met.
And now we doubled it.
So
I tripled it.
Yeah. So currently I have, I don't know, it's hard to keep track during hatchling season, but somewhere around 700 or 800 ball pythons and probably another 300 of various other snakes, mostly Kenyan sand boas, because those things pop out 20 at a time. So
epic.
Yeah, I'm a bad influence. I see something, it's like, oh, pretty, I want that.
Yeah, we've got a pair of brettle pythons because they kind of look like Angolans, and Angolans are her favorite. So we have a trio, a 1.3 group of Angolans.
Yes, we do.
We have
what's the smash head ones? The one that they look like they got a hammer on the head.
We got a pair of Solomon Island ground boas.
Because I thought they were cute. They're so cute looking, so I wanted it. Bad influence.
Yeah. And because of the ball python thing, anytime I get in an adult animal, an adult female, I always ultrasound them when they come in. I don't care what species it is. I'm always just checking. And the Solomon Island came in with like 17 or 18 millimeter follicles.
Wow.
For a small snake, that's some big follicles.
That's wild, man.
So put them right together. So I don't know. We'll see. I'm not very good with boas. I always think they're gravid and then nothing comes.
I love how he just so nonchalantly is like, I just ultrasound everything. Just happen to have the machine,
No, it's not a machine. It's a wand. It's like this small.
Oh.
Yeah, the technology's come a long way, Phil.
Yeah, I'm old, all right.
Well, it's the ball python thing.
They're not rolling it around on a crash cart like it's the ER.
Well, some people do.
Wow.
Just imagine Smitty with a butcher's apron and a big thing of jelly. Just
it's ready.
Yeah. It's ready, doctor.
Have you used that for some of the colubrid stuff too? Like, are you using it for
so
everything?
I did use it. I tried using it for the colubrids, but I just came to the conclusion that once they cycle, they develop so fast, ultrasounding them's a waste of time.
That makes
Yeah,
sense.
I only ever use it on the colubrids if I'm just like my Honduran milk snakes seem to kind of cycle whenever they feel like it.
Mhm.
So I'll check them every so often just to make sure I don't need to put the male in there. But
Yeah. I feel like it would also be more of a pain because they just don't sit still.
yeah,
Getting a reading that you can actually like look at is probably a pain in the ass because they're just, especially like the rhinos and stuff, knowing how much they're just constantly moving and don't stop.
yeah,
Brettles too, to a degree, because my Brettles that I've had, they were always like, they were never sitting still. It was always moving and checking stuff out.
yeah. I've used it on. We have a pair of jungle carpets. Our female slugged out this year, but
She slugged out each time she's.
no,
Right.
she only just once.
I thought she slugged out twice. Ignore me.
So
Yeah.
overall, though, would you say, because that's something I've always wondered, is like if my wife was as into reptiles as I am, would that be
A problem.
would it be a good thing, or would it be like just an absolute nightmare financially and like project wise? What direction do you like if you don't dig the same
ladder.
stuff? Like, how do you? Is it overall like? Would you say it's net positive?
Net positive for sure.
I'm just a bad influence.
I mean, we definitely have things just because she likes them.
My
Mm-hmm.
Angolans is mine.
Yeah, but if you're gonna have a snake just because you like it, it's pretty fucking cool.
Yeah,
Let's be real here. You know?
Yeah,
There's a
like
bit of taste.
Yeah, exactly.
we have the variable king snakes because she fell in love with them.
Brilliant.
Yeah, actually, she she double clutched and laid her eggs in the water bowl while we were in
Nice.
Iceland.
Oh, jeez.
She
Figures.
did. What a jerk. Somebody asked, why do you think they slugged? She slugged.
I have no idea.
Jungle.
She's- She's not fat.
No, I don't know. I also don't even know how old the animals are. I got them as an adult pair, so I'm hoping she's not just past her time. But that was their first year here, so I'm hoping that they just get into the rhythm of the room and do better next year.
Mm-hmm.
I'm also hoping that I think I might have just like they cycled with the temperature of the room, and I don't think I matched up the feeding cycle correctly. So I don't think I pumped her with food at the right time. But
Well, being in Connecticut, how difficult, like how hard are you guys fighting winters and trying to keep, because you have basements, which is not something we have down here. You know, do you guys find it relatively easy to maintain things where you need to in those colder months, or is it sort of a constant?
I know he has a problem with humidity during the winter time.
Mm-hmm.
yeah, so because I have so many, it's not an issue. You know, I do have to run, aside from belly heat and all the racks and everything, I do run space heaters, but they don't run like on overdrive because there's just so many sources of heat down here. The only thing I fight in the winter is the damn electric bill.
Yeah.
I don't imagine.
Yeah, it's a lot. And
What, over 1,000? What's the highest?
oh god, it's close to 2,000 in the winter.
Wow.
Good Lord.
Yeah, it's rough. And then the humidity in the winter is tough. So I got an industrial humidifier that is just got like a whole bank of those little disc, the ultrasonic humidifiers, and a fan, and it's piped into the whole basement so that I just drill holes in it and it just floods the rooms with humidity, and it's got a sensor on it and everything. So this year was a lot better with that once I got that set up.
Yes, it was.
Excellent.
Yeah.
Are you still doing stuff with the rhinos?
Yep, I did. I paired them this year. The male was on the younger side, and he did lock, but I didn't because of the pythons. Nothing in the basement gets cold enough to brumate.
Yeah.
So I have a few wine coolers but I didn't quite have enough space for the rhinos, and I wasn't sure if they were going to be ready to breed, so I didn't cool them. So he did he locked with both females, but nothing ever came of it. So
Do you want to
That's
show
been-
them how pretty they are now?
That's
We have
been
one.
my
for you.
experience with the boys. The boys are always ready to go, whether you see me cool them or not. The boys are down for it, but it seems like the
Story of our lives.
females don't get cycled. The females just don't want anything to do with them. So that's,
Yeah, we have one female that's like a blue green, and the other one's like a green.
Mhm.
Wow.
So pretty.
Very cool.
yeah, I love the rhinos. They have awesome personalities. So
They're right up there with Brettles as like one of the best like pet snakes of all
They
time.
really are.
They're just-
Which one's the one that booped you inside your nose?
the milk snake.
Like
Yeah.
I did a bluff struck.
The Honduran milk snakes are funny because they're so spastic, but they never bite. They always do this like bluff strike thing.
And I went right up the nose for him.
That's great, man. You guys have a great variety of stuff.
Mm.
It's
Yeah,
awesome.
there's just so many directions we can go. Like I'm curious about berms because I don't know about you, Phil, but it seems like you don't hear about people keeping berms as much as you used to.
Not at
Not
all,
necessarily just because of legislation, but it just seems like I don't know. People have branched out.
Well,
Like there's more
yeah.
stuff out there now, and you know.
Yeah,
so-
I feel like the berms is legislation obviously affected that group, that club, whatever you want to call it. But you're always going to have your diehard fans who are legally and physically going to keep them. And it is fascinating to see, like somebody was saying, the perspective of keeping them and how they're kept and what they're kept from now as it was 10, 15, 20 years ago. So
Yeah, the berms are fun. I like. They're just like such a chill personality. Because like I think retics are cool, but they're not my cup of tea. Like the berms, I know not to open their cage and wave my hand around. Like they're gonna come at you.
Mhm.
But once they realize it's not time to eat, they settle down. There's been a few exceptions. We've had a few babies that I had one. I gave it away because it was such a psychopath. Every time I would try to pack it for a show, it would bite me. It would run. It would piss some shit
fling
all
its
over.
shit
and
like
it
this
was-
throughout all the
gremlin.
floors. There we
nice.
go again. Why does this keep changing?
I
Yep.
don't know.
They've got a ghost in their basement, Phil, so the camera keeps looking for it.
Well, I mean, with all due respect, should you just wave her hands around?
Yeah, now it's having a stroke.
Yeah.
But it keeps going from standard mode to
Tracking mode.
tracking mode.
Mm.
I don't know why it keeps doing that. Can you lock it?
I don't know. It's my first time using it.
Oh, okay.
Nice.
How many berms do you have currently?
We have
Claire.
4.
Okay.
Oh,
Yes.
Yeah, we have
Claire,
a-
Jamie, and the other two.
we have a female albino pied.
Geneva.
We have a male pied het albino that is also pos het, granite, and caramel.
Okay.
So hopefully the shed testing companies start putting out some of those berm tests and see if he's got a few other things lingering. We've got a female albino het pied. Was she het for something else?
Granite. you were right.
Granite.
Granite, I think, is the one because her patterns are very disheveled.
And then I have one of our original breeders is a granite albino hypo.
Very cool. It's a good little arrangement of colors and patterns.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
It's awesome.
I love the pied berms. They're like, to me, they're the epitome of what a pied should look like in any species.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I had bought him a pied berm 3 years ago, and after 9 months, he ended up with a tumor at the base of his tail by his cloaca, and he was paralyzed.
Oh wow.
And
Yeah.
he kept kinking from the paralyzation because
Yeah,
he kept
so
growing in at the tail.
He didn't have any control around the cloaca,
At
so
all.
like he couldn't pee or poop.
You had to
or-
hold him in gravity. You have to pull down the
Wow.
poop. And eventually he just passed away. He lived like that for about a year, but I was upset because that was his birthday present that I paid what, $3,000 almost.
Yeah, I don't remember.
It's a
And
lot
then
of
we
money.
couldn't even get another one from that guy because he was from Georgia. So
Oh,
Oh.
jeez.
And they just passed the things that he can't
Yeah.
sell or get rid of or anything like that.
it's just like a weird freak thing. Like,
Yeah.
we get those questions from people all the time about like just snakes in general, about why a snake might have passed, and it's like they're just like us. They have all kinds of tumors and organ failure, and we just don't know.
Yeah.
Yeah, we were talking about that on Iraq Nerds last week, briefly, because one of my adult female ornamentals just died, and I mean, I think it was something hydration related, but like, I think the people forget that sometimes it's just nothing that was in your control in the first place. Like, it could have just been something congenital, genetic, whatever. Like, sometimes it just happens and it just sucks. Like, that animal just maxed out where it was supposed to be, and that was it. And instead of like definitely reflect on it and see if, like, top down, bottom top, whatever, like work whatever might have been the cause, but at the same time, if you can't really logically place it, then maybe it just wasn't meant to be in the first place. Like, maybe it just sucks, but seems like there's always just there has to be a reason. Like, it can't just be because it was just that, it just sucks. It was the time that animal had. I don't. It's unfortunate. I mean, you get things like tumors and stuff that again are completely out of your control, and obviously, if you knew it was going to happen, you would have run things differently or done something different. But you work with the information you have in front of you at the time, and that's it. So,
yeah.
How big are your as far as your breeders, like your breeding berms? Like, what's your? Anytime I envision a breeder berm, I'm just imagining like this stereotypical massive, maxed out berm that you see on YouTube and stuff. I mean, is that?
So this year I attempted to breed the two pieds, and the female is about 9 feet, and she did her part. She had big old follicles. She had a bunch of them. The male was just a little bitch.
Just wouldn't pair.
No, he was a scaredy cat. He wouldn't do anything.
He wouldn't do anything.
He would hide.
I considered putting a ball in there to make berm balls, but I was like, I don't know.
The Frankenstein.
Yeah.
I'd rather. So I just kept like putting them in there, and I'm like, maybe he's doing the ninja thing. I even put a camera on the cage. Nope, he's not doing anything overnight. It's just
damn.
So the male is like 6 or 7 feet, right? And I checked him; he had plugs, so he's capable, but
yeah,
just didn't want to do it.
Even with another shed in there from the male, nothing.
Wow.
Yeah,
He's just a wuss.
So
I've tried younger chondros like that, and it was sort of the same thing. Like, they definitely just, I won't say like freaked out, but they were absolutely clueless, and they seemed more terrified of what was going on than anything else. Like, the older males, it was kind of like you could put them on the surface of the sun with a female, and they know exactly what to do. But like, I tried younger males, and they just were out of their depth. You could tell they just didn't know what to do, had no interest in doing it, and it's just kind of a waste of time. So
So I named our berms out of a show that we watch. It's Outlanders. Have you guys heard of Outlanders?
Mm-hmm.
It's on Netflix, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
Well, Jamie, Claire, and Geneva. And Jamie in Outlanders, the show, he loves having sex, but this one doesn't want to do it. I'm about to change his name to something else at this rate.
Oh, jeez.
Because he's not doing
Well,
his job.
forgive me if you said it, but did you say how old he is? I know you said 6 feet, but I think maybe he's just got another year in him.
He's probably 2.
I'm sure they'll go next year.
I think he's 2 now.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. And with the female, had you bred that female previously?
No.
Or was that her first? Okay.
First time. And I mean, her follicles were up there. Like, I was worried she was going to slug out because he wasn't getting the job done.
Mhm.
She still might give us something.
Yeah, 'cause
She just
she's
shed
3.
today,
Oh, nice.
so I haven't checked her with the ultrasound in like a month. But
Let me, since they're so large, do you even take them out, or can you just like roll aside and hit them?
yeah, no, I don't take them out.
Yeah. Okay.
I make sure she doesn't think she's getting a rat, and just find a spot and go for it.
Nice. That's pretty cool, man. That's
Yeah,
pretty cool.
he is not as bad as our male Dumeral's boa though. I put him in the female's cage and he just runs laps and pees all over the place. He's terrified of her.
Jeez. Now, have you got those to produce before?
Same
Damn.
deal. I was convinced she was gravid and she just nothing ever happened. But the male does not want anything to do with it. I did see courting behavior after he spent a day and a half running away from her, but
Okay, well, it's something. Forgive me if I'm
Half a
preaching
step in the right direction.
yeah, right. Forgive me if I'm preaching to the choir, but FYI, they're extremely cannibalistic as babies, so don't keep them together.
Okay.
Just public service announcement.
Appreciate it.
Learn that the hard way.
Oh, we learned the hard way once about putting 2 balls together for too long.
Yeah,
Oh,
we
really?
had a ball python cannibalized once.
Wow.
It died.
Yeah, they
Oh,
both died.
jeez. Yeah, this was we had, I think I had like 15 babies and I only had 15 drawers, and I was like, oh, I'll just double them up. So I did like 2, 2, 2, 2, 2, and then, or I'm sorry, 30 babies, 15 drawers, 2, 2, 2, 2, 2. And then the next day it was only 15. And then the day after that, it was back to 30 because I threw them all up.
Ugh.
Yeah.
Did they die?
Yeah. All the ones that got eaten were obviously dead.
Yeah, but the
And
ones
then
that
like
ate.
2 or 3 of the ones that regurgitated also died. And then the rest, they wound up coming around. But still, I was not expecting them to just, because they're the same size, but they freaking ate them.
Yeah, no, I pulled the drawer open and I'm like, oh no, it's sick. I forgot there was 2 of them in there. I call him, I send them a photo. I was like, what's wrong with it? And the whole body's like this at the same
Yeah,
time.
pink almost. Yeah.
And I thought it was dead. And he's like, oh shit. I was like, what? He's like, it ate the other ones. Like, wait, what? There was 2 of them in here?
Yeah. Oh, the worst.
Just died. Oh well.
Oh, what a shame.
They were both pretty.
But it's a lesson learned, and then every time we get that question at a reptile show, well, can we keep 2 ball pythons together? I'm like, well,
you
some
can,
people
but don't.
do, but we have had it go bad for us, so I don't recommend it.
Like when I met him, I had a 75-gallon tank with a big female, a small male, a small female, and another. I think it was 3 females or 2 males.
You had 3 females.
I had 3 females and 1 male, but I had them all in the same tank, and they were all different sizes. And no one ate each other.
Yeah, I mean, I was gonna say I've kept a lot of ball pythons together over the years, but that's hey man, anything's possible, you know.
Chances are low, but they're never 0.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
But see, I think that's the case with pretty much every species, though, because I've heard of corn snakes cannibalizing. You know, it's not. It seems like if someone told me, you know, any species, you know, I had 2 of them together and one of them got ate, like randomly. You know, I've kept other stuff together, same species, no issues, but I had like 1 set of them for some reason where one just decided to eat the other. It's like there's just this weird anomaly where I think they grab something and they're like, well, we're already here, might as well.
That's what he was saying.
Why not? Yeah, it's weird because it's always made me a little nervous with rhinos. I don't think it's very well documented that there's cannibalism in rhinos, but for some reason they always strike me as a species where if you have one that's hungry enough and they get excited enough and there's food around, like it's kind of like it makes me a little nervous. You know?
Yeah. Especially the snakes where one's keyed in and the other one's oblivious.
Yeah.
You know. Yeah. We had an old acquaintance of mine. It took him years to find him, but he finally managed to get a pair of zebra cobras. And at the time, these were like the only 2 in the country. and he paid a lot of money for them back then. I can't imagine what they are now, but those snakes were together for about 28, 30 minutes, and then there was only one snake.
Damn.
And she slurped him down, same size, and these were like 5-foot adults.
Shit.
Yeah. So
It's brutal.
lesson learned.
Snack. That was
Yeah.
a snack for her.
The only thing I've had to watch real close with pairing in our collection is the California king snakes.
Mhm.
Naturally.
Yeah.
Of course.
Naturally.
And
Eating itself.
Mhm.
yeah, and then the sand boas when the male is just so small.
Mhm.
Really?
I don't even know if I had a female grab a male once, and I don't even know if she would have eaten them. It was just such a food response when I put the
Yeah.
male in.
He's like about this skinny. She's like this fat.
Right.
Dude,
Yeah.
the sexual dimorphism in the Kenyans is hysterical. Like I had a 60-gram male in with a 1,600-gram female.
Oh my God.
He's like David and Goliath.
It's wild, man. It's like that scene in Old School. Would you kill a cheetah? No, man. It's her underwear. She gave them to me.
The classic.
Classic.
It is. It's comical though. Just you, even in like hog noses with the dimorphism there, it's like they can be so much smaller, but damn it, they're gonna give it 100, man.
Yeah.
They're gonna climb this mountain and it's gonna work.
Yeah, I would be careful with the hog noses, but my female has always the only breeder female I have is always the second the male's in there. She's wagging her tail and twitching. It's like she's all about it. So
Nice.
I haven't had to worry with her.
That's good, man. That's real good. So how many Sambos do you got?
Oh. Are you talking about species or amount?
Both?
All of
So-
the above.
So
the-
I have the Kenyan sand boas and the rough scaled sand boas. I currently have this year. I only bred 4 female Kenyans.
Okay.
So I have a paint double het Anery albino male,
Cool.
and he was paired with 2 Anery het albino females, a snow female, and an albino female.
Why are we asking why not 2?
Why not 2? What?
¿Por qué no los dos? Why not the 2?
Oh, I think he was saying the same thing Phil was of
Oh, okay.
species and count.
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay. I was like, what are we talking about?
And then the rough scales, I have 1 male, 3 females. 1 female's a baby, and the other 2 are adults. So I had the litter from the smaller female. She gave me 5 babies,
Awesome.
and the other female had her litter while we were in Iceland last week. So she was the bigger girl and only gave us 4 babies.
Oh, wow.
Are her
Were they-
babies bigger?
Yeah, I was saying, were they comparable in size as far as
Same
the babies
size.
themselves? Really? Okay.
Okay.
That's interesting.
I'm curious if she might have had a few slugs that she ate because
Mhm.
we weren't here, or stillborns or whatever, because we weren't here when the litter was actually born. So I have no idea if she, because she also looks huge. She doesn't like. I had to take a second look because I was like, wait, that's a baby. She doesn't look like she gave birth. She's still chunky.
That's what
I need to weigh my big female again and see where she's at now, because I'm talking to you after that first litter. I'm probably gonna give them a shot when we get closer to season, because I've got 2 adult males, and I want to pull them out and kind of take a look at them and figure out which route I want to go as far as which male I want to put to her, because she is sort of one of the darker sort of varieties. But I think after talking to you, I think she could probably go and be okay, because I think she's probably a similar size, if not slightly bigger than that first female that you got a litter out of.
And the second female is drastically bigger than the first.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I tend to, obviously there's always exceptions, but I tend to run under the philosophy that if they're not ready to breed, they're just not gonna do anything.
Right.
But this goes back to the ball python thing. I got one of the adults from Antoine Captive Bred Studio. And when I got her, I checked with the ultrasound and I was like, oh, snap. And then I checked the other adult that we had gotten previously. And she also had follicles, and she was like maybe 250 grams, and she already had decent sized follicles. My biggest concern was actually the male. He was still tiny. He was like 40 grams maybe.
And he got the job done.
Yeah.
Good for him, man. Short king.
Unlike the freaking berm over here.
Yeah.
But the boas are always exciting because you just have an idea that the babies are coming, and then one day, boom, pile of babies.
That's good.
Yeah, I've never done live bears before, so this is when I do the conicus, that'll be a first for me.
This one with the first sandboa he ever bred. I think it's gonna go any day now. Any day now. And it's 3 months later. Any day now.
Swelling up, she was huge.
Dude, it's not coming. And then it finally came. I was like, good. I don't want to hear any day now until they're here.
What's the gestation period on Kenyans? Like 5-6 months?
I don't know. I'm not very good with that.
Okay.
I know once they start swelling up, I just start checking them every day.
Yeah.
This year I kept better records of when they last shed and all of that. But because I know my Kenyans, I always pair them in February, and they always give me babies September through November.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
That's cool.
And I mean, how big are those litters in comparison to the conicus?
Yeah,
those babies are a lot smaller too, right?
Yeah.
Like the conicus could almost eat fuzzies off the rip.
Yeah.
They're huge compared to the Kenyans.
13.
So
20.
yeah, so I've got 4 and 5 out of the conicus. My small first-time females of the Kenyans usually do 10 to 12. Older, more mature females are in the 20s almost always.
Wow.
Yeah, and that's why I only bred 4 this year, and 3 of the 4 have anery because those have been the best-selling babies by far. Like,
yeah, I got anery Kenyans, man. Like as far as all the morphs and stuff, anery Kenyans to me are just like it. Like to me, it's just so hard to beat. Just anery Kenyan to me.
Yeah.
Not the splash. Which one's the one I'm thinking of?
paint.
The paint aneries are pretty too.
Yeah.
Well, and what I also realized the first year I used my paint male was that the het paints are so much cleaner than the non, so those aneries are just prettier. So I sell them for almost double, like even the albinos, and they sell for more money than the snows do.
Really?
Oh.
For pet level, because that clean black and white.
Yeah. I don't know, man. I'm not a morph guy. Like I've got one albino snake, and it was a gift, and I love it, cherish it dearly. But like I've never really been a morph guy. But the snow sands, dude, it's pretty freaking adorable. Especially those babies, and they're like looking all cute and pink.
They've got the dumbest faces. It's hysterical.
They really do. They really do.
Yeah.
I don't know.
What was that?
Go ahead.
Oh, say on our tables when we're vending, I have a sign that says the derpy noodles.
Nice. Love
because
it.
people are like, oh, they're so derpy, and they love seeing that sign. They're like, they're so derpy. I love it.
So
Baby sock puppets.
Yeah, right. Forgive me for my ignorance, but especially on the sandbows, when you know it's getting time, they're just giving birth in sand, just like in the wild. Or
I don't
paper towel them, or
I don't keep them on sand.
Okay.
I use Repti chip.
Oh, cool. Okay.
And because the sand I just find to be too dry.
It's so messy, man.
Yeah.
I want to keep mine on sand so bad, but it's like so stupid heavy. And then when I go to feed, it's like the mouse gets covered in freaking
forget.
Yeah, it's
forget frozen thawed with the sand. It's just. I did keep them on sand in the past, and I would get bad sheds, and
consistently
feeding frozen thawed was a nightmare. So
I also don't like how dusty they get too. Like all the color and stuff gets completely like just thrown out the window because they're just constantly dusted, and
we have people ask us if they should have it in sand, and we're like, give it a plain sandbox.
Yeah, that's what I like is like those little rock water bowls. Fill one of those with sand, so
They'll
they
have
have
fun.
sand to go slither through and
Really?
bury themselves in. But the rest of the tank is something that you can add a little bit of humidity to if needed.
And they'll actually take like a sand bath like a chinchilla?
They go as they please. In and
Yeah,
out.
I mean
Really?
they do seem to like to hide in the sand,
Okay.
but
But they're
I
not
don't.
perpetually getting covered in dust like we were just talking about.
Right.
Okay.
Yeah. So I keep them on the Repti chip. You know, I change the size for babies versus adults.
Yeah.
But and I once the female's gravid, she just stays in that. Every now and again, if I really feel like she's really due, I'll start misting the cage every so often.
Okay.
Sometimes it seems to kind of trigger her to give birth. So
Very cool,
And
man.
for the most part, are your roughs just straight assholes?
no.
They're nice.
So I hear
They're
so many
good.
conflicting things. You read stuff about them, people are like they're super chill, and then I go and start messing with mine, and they're most of the time they're not that chill.
Yeah, the only time I've been tagged was the first female that gave birth. She's just been like super food aggressive since she gave birth. So just reaching into the cage, she grabbed me once. But other than that, the babies are a little snippy, but
Not
the adults have all been fine.
It's weird.
I do think it's funny that
Males
when
specifically are just terrible.
I do think it's funny when we asked the question, Paula was like, nah, and Dan was like, hesitate. No.
Because our sandbores are more likely to get us than the
Yeah.
than the
Well,
rest of us.
like sandboas have the scariest strike out of everything I have because
Yeah.
it comes out of nowhere
Yeah.
and from the most absurd direction.
Yes.
Yes.
That's awesome.
They zig when you need a zag kind of thing. Like they're
It's
Yeah.
just, they lay completely still and flat, and then just their whole body. They strike with every inch of their body.
What's that movie again that I think it reminds
Tremors.
me of? Tremors.
Oh yeah, Tremors. Nice.
That's why I was scared of snakes, because of Tremors.
I will say that is like the one thing that I do hate about sand boas, because it's a similar thing to my gripe with blood pythons and stuff. Is it's the Jack in the Box thing where like it's coming, you just don't know when they're gonna do it, but you can tell like they're building and they're like getting more tense. Like my males, like they'll get flatter and flatter, and I know they're gonna do it, and then they'll spring and like again like their whole body they just like levitate off the substrate, and they just I don't like that aspect. Like the chondros and stuff, it's obvious. Like you can tell when they're lining you up and when they're gonna do something stupid. But I feel like with like your ambush stuff, like the bloods and the sandbows and stuff, it just happens. Like and it makes me jump. It drives me nuts. I hate
All
it.
right. Please forgive me for my stupidity. Chondros are the ones that we have that we supposedly have 3 males of.
No, those are green tree pythons or chondros.
Okay, thank you. So what
We
are the
have
ones
Amazon tree boas.
Fucking hate those.
Those are probably I'd rather get hit by a chondro.
Oh no way. Chondros got green tree pythons got way more nasty teeth. Amazons are just
They're thinner and they're
Stupid.
wispy.
And
Yes.
you can't even hook them because they just hold on to it, and now you can't get them
Wrap.
off of the hook.
That's why you got to go hands on.
No.
Hands on.
So we have 3 Amazons. They were supposed to be
The
2
first one was
girls and a
supposed
male.
to be a female, and then we found the ad that he put up, and it ended up being a male. And then we brought it somewhere, and they're like male. Okay, so we told him we wanted a female. He's like, I know this one's a female. All my females eat well, so we got that one from him saying it was a female. Put them together, and they're both wrapping each other.
Nice. Nice.
So I don't probe anything. I've never probed a snake in my life. I do popping for the balls. The Kenyans I palpate. The colubrids I pop. I don't like probing. I think it's too easy to rupture
something
something.
Yeah.
And, so I'm just not personally not a fan. So I took them to someone who is a bit more experienced with probing, and I was like, "What do you think?" And he's like, "I think they're both female." Awesome. So I went and bought a male, brought the male home, quarantined them, put them together, and one of the females proceeded to start tail wrapping the male. So I reached out to some people who know more about Amazons. You're like, yeah, the females don't do that. Great. So then I put the other female and same thing. So now all of them try to wrap each other, and I'm like, great. I ended up with 3 male Amazons, and it's not fun.
At least they're pretty.
Mm-mm.
Yeah.
Well, our favorite one that we bought originally is a sweetheart. The thing's never even struck. It's never musked. It's fine. The second one,
It's a bitch.
she's not terrible. Yeah, he's not terrible, but he's a musker.
Ugh.
Amazon musk.
It's
Wasn't
rough.
ready for that.
Like burning rubber.
It was terrible. And then the one that we actually bought as a male is a douche. He is just constantly. He whacks the cage when you walk by. He's on it 24/7. He just wants to eat your face.
So yeah. Now we're getting rid of those because I fell in love with one and ended up with 3 males.
I still have a save search on Morph Market for females if
No,
I come across
Get rid of
any,
that shit.
but-
I don't want them. We're done.
Bye bye. No more.
That. Yeah.
Oh, that's good.
For that female conicus, I guess both of them, you gave them a hotspot. Are they on heat year round?
Yep. So they're in one of the Reptile Basics VE racks.
Mhm.
They're just in the females are in the big tubs, the males in the medium tub. 90-degree hot spot year round. The room naturally fluctuates, closer to 80 in the summer and closer to 70 in the winter.
Okay, so you just let them ride it. Whatever happens as far as the overall drop with the season kind of thing.
Yep. And I do keep I keep all the Kenyans and the rough scales. I keep the males in the lower levels
it's
year round
colder.
as well. So
Mhm.
they're a little bit cooler than the females.
That makes sense. Yeah, I'm gonna give mine a shot. I think need to get a little more food in her between now and then, obviously. And I think by the time we get around to that point, I think she'll be primed.
Yeah,
And
and
some other males too that I could probably try. I got a couple that I need to probe to see if they're boys or girls, because I bought them as unsexed, and I'm not sure off the top of my head what they are. But
How do we figure out? Do we probe or do
so
we palpate?
my favorite thing is the palpate, where you just pinch at the cloaca and slide back, and you feel the bump of the hemipenes.
The speed bump.
speed bump.
I not to get graphic, but I am terrified of that. I was taught popping on some babies, but I was taught probing like my whole youth. Then someone was like, "Oh, with boas, you just go for the speed bump," and I'm like, "All right, cool." And then I gloved an animal,
Ah,
and that was one of the most traumatic things of my life.
why'd you do it so hard?
It just wasn't hard. I'd done like 6 or 10 of them, and then one of them just went wop wop.
He doesn't know his own strength.
And I mean, these were newborns, and I was mortified. And obviously, we euthanized the animal, and I'll never do that ever again, because that was one of the most traumatic things in my life.
Yeah, I'm sure it was.
Yeah, oof. But
Yeah, that's not fun.
I feel like I could also just send a picture to Rob Robbins and be like, "Rob, what is this conicus?" And he'd be like, female, male, whatever.
Yeah.
He's got some nice conicus for sale, and he said what he's got on Morph Market right now isn't even all of it. He's got even more stuff he's got to post.
They talk to me like I'm stupid. Which is a conicus?
The rough scale.
Thank you.
Nate said, "Phil, their hemipenes, not G36 mags."
yeah, no. It was actually a baby red tail boa. That's what it was. It was not conicus. So, yes,
Poor,
live and
poor
learn.
thing.
Yeah.
Do you think they're ever gonna get more popular?
Yes, because of shows like this.
Well, I'll be honest. Ball pythons are by far the most common pet snake, right? And when we do our reptile shows, they're absolutely the biggest seller. But the Kenyans are right there behind them. The Kenyans have saved us at some shows where it's like we didn't sell a single ball python, but we sold 6 or 7 sand boas. The rough scales, the lack of morphs will hold them back a little bit,
Yeah, it's a harder sell for sure.
but they're a very unique animal. I think they'll get a little bit more popular.
Yeah, I think more people get them, more people will appreciate them, and they'll progress. I really do feel like they are.
Yeah,
Well,
and
like Gabe got his that recently, and someone at a local pet store his got them as Kenyans, and they're like, we don't think these are Kenyans, and he looked at him, he's like, oh, I know what those are. Like, I'll buy them from you. And it wasn't until he was like, dude, these are actually like really cool. Like, it's one of those things you kind of have to see them firsthand to sort of see the smaller detail and stuff, and like the color and the pattern and the stuff that the camera just doesn't pick up.
Yeah.
Especially if you get some of that stuff that's got the the hypo or the caramel sort of in the mix, so give them that nice sort of sunsetty orangishness going on, and pictures just don't really seem to do them justice. I don't know. It does make me hesitant to breed more than like one female in a season, just because I've seen how many of the same conicus have been on morph market for literally 2 years. But like Phil was saying, I feel like also if we talk about them enough and sort of show people, like, they will.
I think it's also a big deal with that particular type of snake is, and honestly, I feel like Kenyans can get help from this too, because we're so used to seeing Kenyans in a pet capacity, which is great. We all love Kenyan sand boas. It's one of this. I feel like it's one of the foundation species of our hobby, but seeing them on iNaturalist or on Instagram in the wild makes you want to keep them. Like, you see what they look like in, like, what rough scales look like in their natural habitat is so cool, man. And then it makes it that much cooler that you have it at home.
yeah.
There's a couple of those darker, like, Western Ghats side roughs on morph market right now that have that sort of Bredli look to them, dude.
Yeah,
Ooh,
yeah,
those
dude,
do
those
it
Western
for me.
Ghats snakes
Oh my
are
god,
bro.
those
Yeah, I
yeah,
gotta
those
look at
do
that.
it.
Yeah, the younger female we have, she is very like stark white and black. So like, I'm really excited for when she's ready, because that was the first one we got. It was just like, oh my god, we like, even in the ball pythons, Xanthics are our favorite. Like, we just like all the black and white stuff.
Yeah,
So when we see this rough scale that I've always been interested in, but she was just so black and white, I was like, I have to get her.
that's cool, man.
I think there's a ton of work that could be done just on the selective breeding side with those, just because the amount of variation I've seen in them, both at shows and like with the stuff that I have, it's wild. Like that female that I have, she's something that I would classify as probably more of a northern sort of phenotype from what I've seen on iNat and looking around. But then like the two males I have, one of them is almost the complete opposite, and he's like sand with a like a burgundy saddle, base color, and then I have the male that I got with that female that looks much closer to her, and like there's so much that I think could be done. Like, they're almost in the same sort of ballpark as like popwin carpets, I think, before they really started getting a lot of their time in the sun kind of thing. I think there's a lot of room in the selective breeding spot with conicus in particular, and it also seems like, from what I've seen, it doesn't take long to see results from that either. Like, it's you're not having to go like 5 generations deep before you see the fruits of that labor. So it'd be interesting to see if they do start to take off in that capacity. because they are, they are cool, and it's something a little different. It's the natural history of them too. I think that I find most interesting.
I mean, not to inflate his ego, but I thought they were cool. And then Smitty's like, no, dude, they're really cool. And I'm like, oh my God, he's right.
Little Russell's Vipers mimics, dude.
They're really cool, man. Like, this is, yeah. Little Russell's Viper that won't levitate and kill me, And
I've got a group of like at least 10 of them now. And it's like one of those things where if I see them at a show and it's nice and like the price is right, I'll just get it. Like, I don't know what I'm doing with it. I just like them. Like, I just enjoy them. And I like the fact a lot too, that I don't have to stay on top of them like I do with some colubrids with food and stuff. Like, I had a male go 2 years without eating and he was completely fine. Like, those things are when I say built to run on nothing, which I've said that about green trees before, but like these things literally like can run on nothing for an extended period of time. I mean, I'm not going to starve them and stuff by default because of that, because I can, but like knowing that they can go without food forever and not lose any significant amount of weight to where I'm concerned. Like, that's another plus in my opinion, that they're not something you have to worry about, rolling on you because they didn't get a meal after 3 weeks or whatever, like you get with some of the smaller colubrids and stuff.
Yeah, no, we tried the red-sided garter snakes, and there's just so much to stay on top of the feeding. And these things have been great. And also, there is something to be said about a snake that takes up a smaller space, both from a breeder perspective and from a pet perspective. When a male can, a 10-gallon tank is going to be a big enclosure for him for life. Like, that's a huge bonus, because I do find that with the Kenyans, the males sell a lot faster than the females because people like the idea that it's never going to outgrow a 10-gallon tank. It's easy to keep in a small space. And, like you get something like a ball python, down the road, you're going to have to spend hundreds of dollars on an enclosure and everything. But with the sand boas, that doesn't exist. Like, you can if you want to, but they'll do just fine in a nice small enclosure.
Yeah, I've been very tempted to try setting up sort of a naturalistic type setup with some slate and sort of mimic like a rock pile of sorts, where, again, going back to INAT, which we did an INAT episode many moons ago looking at conicus and stuff. Like, people were seeing them in rock crevices and rock piles and things like that on a regular basis. So I had the idea of, like, I'm curious as to if I set up something similar that sort of mimics that, and then offer UV and stuff and see just what behaviors you would get out of them as compared to, I mean, right now mine are in V35s in a rack, and I mean, they're doing fine. But that would also be a group that I would consider like a naturalistic setup is almost going to be kind of wasted on, because just the nature of the beast, I'll see mine at night after lights out, they'll be out cruising. But other than that, if it's daylight hours, I'm not seeing them. But just out of pure curiosity, I do want to see what behaviors you would get if you set them up natural with some UV and stuff.
I'm willing to bet you'd be surprised.
I think so too.
Obviously I haven't sold any of the rough scales yet. I'm going to bring them with me to Sear, because that first litter, they've had 4 meals now. So I'm going to bring a few of them down to Atlanta to that show.
How spicy are they?
They're not terrible.
Just normal sandboa?
Yeah, they were bad when I took them out. But once I set them up individually, I haven't been bit since. But with the Kenyans, in selling them, I mean, almost exclusively as pets. I've only sold a couple to people as breeders. Yeah. But I get a lot of people with the Kenyans, a lot more than with the ball pythons, that will send me pictures after the fact. And like, I have people that get like little toy cars and put them in the Kenyans, like in the cab of a little truck, and like dog toys, and they use it.
It's some kind of enrichment,
Yeah, it's stimuli.
Yeah, there's a woman that she made an Instagram page for her Kenyan sandboa that she got from us.
That's pretty awesome, to be honest.
I wish I
That's pretty
remember
cool.
names because I would have told
Yeah,
you what it was. It's
Most of the
funny.
people who get Kenyans as pets, they're just all about it. They love the stupid little faces and the fact that the whole species shares a collective 3 brain cells.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, those little eyes, dude, on the roofs. It's just like you can see the gears are turning. They're not turning very fast, but they are turning. Like there's a little bit of motion. The rust is kind of falling off as they're turning, but like you can see their pupils moving. Like they're clearly paying attention to what you're doing. They just don't know exactly what to think of it yet, and then they just get pissed off enough to where they start flattening out and getting serious. And if it ain't food, it's something trying to kill them, and they're just get one or the other. With mine, at least, that's been my experience. Like the younger ones, I understand why they'd be more high strung and stuff because everything wants to eat them at that size. But I've got a couple that are absolute menaces. Anytime I gotta do something with them.
Yeah, she's showing me one right now. There's a little SpongeBob pineapple in the cage with the Kenyan.
Yeah, and it's climbing the tree and everything.
Um,
Noodle's playground. She literally has a playground for it.
That's wild. Like I wanna ridicule it, but at the same time, like clearly the animal is enjoying whatever aspect it sees in this device. Might as well make it cute, right?
Yeah.
as long as the person's taking good care of it.
Exactly. Yeah, exactly.
And I so the rough scales I'm gonna be bringing to Sear because I haven't fed them frozen thawed yet, but I never sell a Kenyan at a show unless it's on frozen thawed because every single person wants them eating frozen thawed.
Yeah. And how difficult has that been?
Hasn't been difficult at all. I would say I think right now out of 100 babies from last year, I have like 5 left that aren't eating frozen thawed, but I'm also not like pushing it. I'm just giving them live every week.
Yeah.
Because I'll sell the ones that are eating frozen thawed first.
Well, they seem to transition pretty well, though.
Yeah, I mean,
don't want to work.
Most of them will take frozen thawed second or third meal without a problem.
He also has figured out the trick of like get it under their lip and then they'll get it.
There's plenty of tricks for the ones that are being stubborn. But
there's something about rubbing that rostral scale, man, because I've done that with some other rat snakes and stuff too, and that'll, I don't know, just trigger something in them,
Especially on the ambush hunters.
Mm-hmm.
I feel like in the wild they're waiting for something to cross their path, right? But in captivity, you can simulate that. But if something comes across their path really close, they're just going to snap at it.
Yeah. So even with the ball pythons, because they can be a little bit of a pain to switch over sometimes, the dumbest things work. Like you have this snake, it's defensive striking at a frozen rodent or a thawed rodent. You just pick it up and give it the rodent underneath, and it just grabs it. Like you just picked it up.
Yeah. You just elevated the animal.
Yeah.
You're suspending it in air, and that made it eat.
But it's like it's not even like you hold it. No, you just pick it up and it just takes it right away, like it's on a tree.
Wild, man, wild. We used to do the brown paper bag trick with the ball pythons.
Oh, yeah.
You guys ever do that?
I've heard of it, never done it.
I've never done it.
Oh yeah, we would have 500 baby balls and just brown paper bag, live hopper, live fuzzy, staple the top, next, and you just have like 500 brown paper bags. And then a couple hours later you just start ripping them open. Whoever ate, they get into one set of rack, and then the ones that didn't, they go back where they were.
Yeah. I do. So I always sell the Kenyans in a deli cup, and I always tell people to keep the deli cup.
Oh yeah,
because it's basically the brown paper bag trick. It's just using the deli cup because, again, 3 brain cells.
Yeah.
They when they go into a cage, a lot of the times they don't eat for people right away. So every single person I sell one to, I give them the spiel up front of if it doesn't want to eat for you after 2 tries, put it in the deli cup with the pinky mouse and leave it alone overnight. It will. I have never had a person call me back and say, still not eating.
That's great. That's great.
I don't think I've tried the brown paper bag with anything. I may have tried it with a leonis at one point,
See,
but
we didn't move.
It didn't work. No.
We did not move, and it doesn't change the tracking mode.
I'm telling you, man, your house is haunted.
It'll be by his father, if anything. Nope. There.
But switching gears to balls.
You did it again.
I didn't do anything. I'm drinking water. I got yelled at. What about
Where
balls?
so we hear it a lot. I hear it in Cresteds, or when I was involved in Cresteds, at least, like, the market is saturated. We shouldn't be breeding anymore. There's too many people breeding stuff. Where, like, what has y'all's experience been as far as, like, being able to move? Like, are you seeing a sort of a cyclical thing as far as, like, people buying ball pythons? Like, does it come in waves? Is it sort of fairly consistent? Like,
I mean, you definitely get ebbs and flows. In my experience, it's been pretty consistent. COVID threw a kink into everything.
mm-hmm.
So the ball python market exploded under COVID because you had so many people, just like everything else, people at home with extra money to spend. So they bought animals. But what that did is it basically took the animal sales for the next 3 years and squished them into one.
Mm-hmm.
Because those are a lot of people that would have bought the next year that chose to buy now because of the situation.
Right.
So then the market kind of crashed, and a lot of people took that as like the market crashing. I was like, no, the market's correcting. If you took COVID out of the equation, the ball python market would be at the same place today that it would have been without COVID.
Mm-hmm.
It's just COVID gave this like artificial sense of like a flourishing market.
Yeah.
It was just a blip. And we're back to where the market would have been regardless.
Mm-hmm.
This year's been great for us with the balls. And as far as the market being saturated, strictly numbers wise, I just pulled up Morph Market. There's 23,400 ball pythons right now, and it was at 50,000 a few years ago.
Yeah.
So like the numbers of available animals have come down a lot.
Mm-hmm.
And then as far as like people, a lot of people are concerned about their sales. To me, the market is saturated with a lot of animals of people chasing, chasing a project that somebody else did. And too many people, I think, are focusing on like just looking at the long-term triple or quad recessive with all this stuff, and not focusing on what is a pretty animal. For the last 6 shows we've done, we've had 4 or 5 people at every show looking for blue-eyed Lucies and can't find them.
It's become the normal hognose. The rarest morph of them all is a normal Western hog.
So people produce them, but
They go
people,
like this.
2 things happen. One is a lot of people get caught up in the rat race and are like, oh, I got to drop my price to make sure I sell my animal. And then everybody sells out of their animals and there's none left. And not enough people, like, just by coincidence, I haven't produced many leucistics in the last 2 years. Like in the pairings, I had chances. I just didn't get the odds for it. But leucistics are always going to sell. Pieds are always going to sell. This year, exanthics, I can't keep an exanthic. They sell at every show. They always sell. Bananas are always a standard issue. Like if you have those animals, they're going to sell. People want pretty pets. It's trying to chase the thousands of dollars projects where it gets tough because your misses is just like an Enchi that's
Right.
pet for a bunch of stuff, for an orange dream that's just het for a bunch of stuff. Those are hard animals to move,
Mm-hmm.
and even harder to move ethically.
Yeah. It's what would you say, sort of at shows in particular? Like, what's the ratio of people that are looking to buy just a good-looking snake as a pet versus people that are breeding and looking for specific things for projects?
So the shows we do are we don't do too many shows that are big shows. So it's always New Hampshire Reptile Expo, the White Plains Reptile Expo in New York.
Big for
So
this
it's just
area,
these local regional one-day shows.
Yeah, but they're considered big in this area, though.
Yeah, but it's not Tinley, it's not Daytona, it's not Sear. It's
Whatever.
a small local show. They're quality shows, but it's mostly pet people. Like most of the time, if you're making a sale on a breeder quality animal, it's to another vendor. It's rare to have, most of the breeders that are looking to invest, they're not going to those shows. They're either looking on Morph Market or they're going to the big shows.
Russell has a question. I don't see any issues with morphs.
Yeah, Rusted, are y'all finding any issues with morphs, like shortened lifespan, issues eating, failure to thrive, smaller overall size / runts?
So, I mean, as far as lifespan is concerned, no, ball pythons live a really long time. So even a shortened lifespan being 20 years, we're still a long ways away from finding out if there's issues like that. Issues eating, I haven't seen anything that's linked to like a morph or a combo of morphs in particular. It's more just the more often you breed animals, the more likely you are to come across something that has an issue.
I mean, I would think with the number of morphs available that we're probably past like the issue of a genetic bottleneck, especially with wild caught animals still being able to be, coming in and offering, fresh bloodlines into the mix. And I mean, aside from like what spider and what else has like neuro stuff.
Yeah,
spiders. There's nothing wrong with spiders. It's like somebody with a stutter.
So that's
There's nothing wrong with them. They're excited. Their stutter comes out.
So with spiders, they act like they're drunk, but they eat, they poop, they breed, they do everything they're supposed to do.
They're actually one of the best eaters.
Also, what we found is that spiders have a much more inquisitive personality than most other snakes because, like, they're much more interactive. A lot of ball pythons will just sit, and the spiders are always they behave a little bit more like a corn snake when you hold them compared to a lot of others. So spiders get a bad rap
for absolutely no reason.
There's a lot of other worse. Like there is things like super champagne is a lethal, super spider is a lethal. Those are problems. You definitely shouldn't be doing those pairings. And then there's other mutations like super spot nose has the same wobble as spider, but it's way worse.
Oh, really?
Worse.
I only ever had one Powerball. I bought her, and she would corkscrew, and when you would feed her, she would bite herself because she couldn't. She would just miss the rat. She would bite herself like 3 or 4 times before she would finally get a frozen thought.
Yeah,
it's not even moving. She just misses it. So I would never do a spot nose to spot nose pairing ever again. Well, I never did one.
They're very pretty, but not worth it.
Yeah.
And then as far as like size or failure to thrive, like I said, it's one-off issues, not linked to the morph. I think a lot of people assign too much to the morph, not considering the other billions of lines of DNA that are involved in each animal. So like a good example is exanthics. Ball pythons have more than one line of exanthic. And a lot of people like to say that like, oh, the VPI is the good or bad line of exanthic, or TSK is a good or bad line of exanthic because they yellow. When the truth is it has nothing to do with which line of exanthic. That's just one line of DNA.
Mm-hmm.
It's about all the other things that are going into that animal. So it's everything else that's behind the morph that's causing the difference. Same thing with like eating issues, or like Confusion has a reputation for being aggressive and very bitey animals.
Because they're confused.
But it has nothing to do with the actual mutation. It's just the ancestry,
Yeah,
where it came from.
Right.
As for the spider gene, it's being thought that it has to do with the ear canal,
It's an
I've heard
underdeveloped
that. Yeah.
inner ear.
Yeah.
and that's what causes the wobbles.
I just think they're drunk.
I
Like
literally compare them to people with stutters, and everybody's like, okay, I get it. I was like, yeah, there's nothing wrong with their wobble. They're excited, their wobble gets more wobbly.
I've heard the same thing with jag carpets. Like,
Yeah.
same thing. They get stimulated foods in the room. Like they get a little squirrelier. It just. Yeah,
And then
stimuli.
but their offspring, providing it's not a spider, their offspring does not have the inner ear issue, right?
Yeah, they say it's because what disrupts the pattern disrupts the cell flow when they're developing,
Okay.
and that's what disrupts the inner ear is developed.
Mm-hmm.
Wow. Okay.
Did you say the spider gene is like the Merle gene? No? Then I must have dreamed that.
But yeah, so I think a lot of people put too much emphasis on certain traits being linked to the morph itself when it's really about everything else. It's
Yeah, I mean, you'll get runts and you get a wild caught female that's comes in gravid and lays a clutch. Like, you're just as likely to have runts in that than you would anything else.
Mm-hmm. And cleft palates and
Yeah.
shark noses and all that.
yep.
Yeah,
Yeah.
There's so much going on. It just seems like there's so many morphs now that it's how one could even want to try and keep up with whatever's trending.
Isn't it like over 500 now for balls?
I think, dude, we're way past that. I think.
Look and
I
see
mean,
what
who
it
could
says.
even keep track? Honestly, there's even tons of recessives, and it's like what you build your collection on. There's so many recessives that
Mhm.
I won't even work with just because I don't have that much space or time to work with all of these different things.
Right.
Well, that's what I'm getting at. Is like there's so many options now that it seems like the smarter and probably more enjoyable route to go would be like. Instance, I'm not super hip to a lot of morphs, but I like the highway stuff. I think it looks cool. So if I was going to do balls, I would probably focus on like highways, and then I like Mojaves. Like just your plain run of the mill Mojave to me is awesome. So it's like that's what I would be putting a little more emphasis on, and like more or less ignoring a lot of the other stuff. But again, that's like from the outside looking in. It's just, and then it has to get to a point, right, where there's so many hets involved and so many things going on that someone's like, well, what is it? And you're just like, fuck if I know. Like it's got 20 different things in the mix. I couldn't tell you what the hell's going to come out of it if you breed it to anything else. Like there has to be a point where you don't know what's going on. Like there's so much happening that it's like, why are we even bothering if we can't even?
So, so I actually just had a clutch hatch that can kind of be a good example of this. So I'm not going to get into all the genes, but I had a specific part of the pairing that was the goal. And it was the female's a banana with some other genes, and she's had cryptic, which is allelic with clown. and I had a male clown that was red stripe. So my whole focus on the pairing was the red stripe and banana because it was going to bring out more of that color and then hopefully hit the Kryptons. And I did hit that goal animal, but some stuff that came out is just like, I don't even know where to start with this. Like it's an almost all white animal, but you can see all the pattern.
I
You're
haven't
like,
seen those.
I don't even know what is going on
Have
here.
they shed?
Yeah,
I would love to see them.
I took their pictures today.
Okay, show that to me later.
They're but yeah, there are some instances where things are just like I don't know what's going on here, but that wasn't the goal of the pairing.
Right.
Show and tell.
Oh,
I
bad,
have
then
I have them
labeled and separated.
yeah, I have to bring the animals because the pictures are
Don't if it's a pain in the neck, don't worry about it.
He can do it. I don't know where they are, so I'm not doing it. You still have these shirts, right?
Oh yeah.
I need another one. This was used too often.
I have some somewhere, like overstock ones.
Are you guys going to make your way down to Daytona?
No. Nope. I called it 2 weeks ago. He called it finally today.
Okay.
No.
Even just to hang out?
The problem is we did Iceland. Now we're doing Sear, and then we're going to Daytona. It's too much.
I got you.
Too much.
so
It's too bright.
yeah.
This
was the goal animal,
That's pretty cool.
but
We make them big screen, Smitty?
You're still there. We're still here.
Back it up. There it is.
but
Oh.
So
you
those are
got me
clutch
why
mates?
this thing looks like this. I
they're
have no
clutch
idea.
mates.
Wow.
Lift it up. They can't see. Yes,
And I mean, I can't. This camera will not pick up the colors on this thing. It's just.
Can I see her or him? What is he?
It's a her. She's staying here.
Oh, she pretty. Yeah, no, she's vibrantly orange and purple.
Very cool. Very cool.
And those are clutch mates, and that white one makes no sense.
Yeah, I could pick out maybe like 5 more from a lineup. Other than that, I'm fairly clueless. I like your run of the mill pastel. I like too.
Hey, man, I'm a 50-50 pied guy.
50-50 pied guy?
Yeah.
That doesn't exist anymore. Giving them
No,
percentage.
so when I was a kid, 50-50 pied meant that it was a piebald that was 50% white, 50%.
Yeah, we know.
Yeah.
But we don't say that anymore.
What do we
just
say?
call them pieds. We just call them pieds.
Yeah, but what happens if you have a pied that's like all white with like a little black dot? What's that
That's a
called?
high white pied.
Just a high white pie.
Oh man, I'm too old for this.
Yeah, when they have the little hat on the head, I just call them a sheppel. It has a little
Nice.
sheppel on its head.
I think it's Michael Cole still advertises his pies with a specific
75%,
percentage.
66, 62. He does that. But
Yeah, I'm aging myself. All right.
how young are you?
I'm 40.
Yeah, don't call
He
him old. Don't call him old.
I'm calling me old.
That's him.
Yeah, I'm 40.
Don't call him old.
All right.
He's not old.
But yeah, now Pied is turned into a whole nother game. Like my favorites are like Super Orange Dream Yellow Bellies are bright, vibrant orange with black and then the white. Or like the dark stuff like the Suma Pieds are just black and white. And I love my Exanthic Pieds. Yeah, everything Exanthic.
Yep.
God damn the
See?
Cracking the ghost again.
I didn't move.
It was his fault this time.
Oh,
Now it's really going rogue.
Look at that mess of a table you got there, baby. You should have cleaned that. There you go.
So when you guys cruise Morph Market, how frustrating is it to see how terrible a lot of the ad pictures are?
I laugh at it.
yeah, I don't know. It's I don't really get frustrated because I'm just like, whatever, makes mine stand out more.
Yeah.
But it is always intriguing. You see like a $10,000 animal with like a grainy gray picture. You're like, oh,
Good luck.
What?
Yeah.
They spent all the money on the snake that they got the LG flip phone.
Right. The old Nokia whipping it out.
Our son has a flip phone. You should see him freaking take photos. Those are horrible.
Oh, jeez.
There's someone selling corn snakes, man, and it drives me nuts when I see it because they use like random colored Legos as the backdrop, and it's like half the time you can't even make out the snake, like the pattern and stuff, and then like with all those colors going on, it completely throws that off. And I feel like that's something that's overlooked a lot, is like quality photos can make a pretty big difference with ads. Wouldn't you?
Oh yeah.
Would you agree?
Oh yeah. And so so I do the reptiles full time. This is what I do for a living. And she is a photographer. That's her full-time living. So I'm like, when we do weddings, I am her second photographer for weddings. So, I have all the photography knowledge. So, it's easy to translate that to the snakes. And, but what's really interesting is you can take the exact same setup and everything identical. And if you put an orange snake in versus a black and white snake versus a really bright one and a really dark one, the lighting is actually different, even though everything's the same, because like it reflects off the scales in different ways.
Right.
And a lot of people, that's where their struggle comes in. Like if you try and use a cell phone, even if you have consistent lighting, your cell phone is going to adjust everything, because if you have an orange animal, it's going to try and make it more blue. If you have a black and white animal, it's going to try and make it more orange. It's always trying to center everything.
It's like trying to compensate for those colors.
Yeah, like I recently replaced my cell phone, and the new phone is like even more active. So even when if you look at my Instagram, I take a picture of every ball python clutch that's laid. I take a picture of the female on eggs and the clutch for my records and for the ads down the road. And I will watch my phone sit there and change the color. And I'm like, stop it. This is not what this animal looks like. So I know a lot of people struggle with that when they're taking pictures, because, I have the luxury of, I have our retired cameras that we don't use for her business anymore, but they're still, $2,000 or $3,000 camera and lens, just because we don't use it for hers anymore. It's easy for me to control everything versus if you try and use a cell phone, even if you get great lights, a great backdrop, everything changes.
Even if you do everything outside, you can have a cloudy day and everything will be more blue, and then the sun comes out and everything's more yellow, and that alone changes.
What's the best way to combat that? Like, how do you?
Gray card.
Yeah, a neutral gray background.
Adobe.
No, Adobe's pissing me off right now. So
Adobe's pissing everyone off. Yeah.
It's doing something right now that I want to beat the shit out of it right now. So
yeah,
they're raising their prices again.
No, not that bullshit. They took away something that I drastically used everywhere, and now I can't use it anymore, and I don't know what to do with it, because that was how it processed my work. So I don't know how to get it to work again. They're idiots.
They do like to move shit around, because I use it for Foley's stuff and work, and it's every update. I'm like, okay, where's the thing that I always use? Where they hiding it now? Like,
that's fine with me. My problem is they took away my profiles, and I can't pull my profiles that I used to have in there, and that was what was consistent with my colors, and it's. That's what I was fighting with upstairs.
Without the profile, it doesn't render the colors correctly for her camera.
Looks atrocious.
Yeah. Are you guys going mirrorless, or are you still using DSLRs?
I hate the fucking mirrorlesses, but we have mirrorlesses. I prefer my DSLR.
Why do you not like mirrorless?
The colors are fucking awful. They're atrocious. I hate the colors.
That's the problem with the profiles.
Fucking hate the colors, and it's the profiles.
The mirrorless need a customized profile for the colors to.
I literally
Come through
fought
correctly,
for a
but-
year and a half to get it the way I wanted. I found somebody that had the profiles I needed. We got it to be exactly how I wanted it, and not even 7 months later, they took away my profiles, and now it's a fight.
Yeah.
I hate Adobe right now.
They're definitely not doing themselves any favors as time goes on.
But who do I go to? I got no
Right.
one to go to.
Exactly.
But eventually somebody is going to break through and be a real competitor.
Oh, I can't wait. I'll be the first one on their boat.
Well, I stopped my Premiere subscription because I'm not a movie maker. I just enjoy editing video. And now there's 4 other apps, including Instagram, that do almost everything I was doing on Premiere because I'm not using it to its full extent. I'm not a
Right.
professional. So I was like, why am I paying $50 or $44 a
Yeah.
month? Like, this is stupid. So yeah, I feel you.
Yeah, I have 2 accounts because they only let you use 2 computers at once.
Mhm.
So I have 2 accounts. I have one with one email, one with another email.
Hmm.
That way my editor can be in one account and he can be in another. And I can be whatever one I feel like being in.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's when Affinity came out and they were like, "Hey, it's free." I was like, "Man, Adobe better figure something out because they keep making Affinity better. It's going to be problematic for Adobe."
And Nate's in the group chat. He says, "Here we Canva, here we go." It's only a matter of time before they whip something out from under their sleeve.
Mm. Oh,
Yep.
I'm sick and tired of them, but whatever.
The issue with so many of the Adobe programs, at least to me, is like there's like Phil was saying with Premiere, like if you're not doing major work, like when I use Photoshop and Illustrator, like I'm not using 98% of the stuff that it
Yeah.
has. And it's like it's because it's not stuff I need.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah, man. And like Premiere Rush was awesome because it was all your core essential stuff. And if you needed to take whatever you made in Rush and put it in Premiere to really finely tune it and sharpen and hone it, you could. But now everything that's in Rush is on Instagram.
Yeah.
You know, and now I've got like my coworker uses CapCuts for the shop and for my work. And dude, some of the stuff he puts out from CapCuts is crazy. It's like it's something you'd see on television, you know?
I don't have the patience to edit video on my phone.
I don't have the patience to edit video. Full
Yeah.
stop.
That too.
Full stop.
Every time I have to edit, because every now and then, sprinkled in between episodes, like I'll put out a video, and editing is like pulling teeth. There's so many other things I'd rather be doing than editing video, and I'm sure as hell not doing it on my phone. So I don't have the patience for that.
Yeah, we explored adding video to our wedding photography, and
Restate that statement.
and
You explored. I didn't want it. You tried it. And then you realized I was right because I wanted nothing to do with it.
yeah, even a few of the videographers that we work with on a regular basis don't even edit their videos. Nope, I subcontract that out and let somebody else do it.
Wow.
I mean, how many pictures are you guys taking a wedding on average?
Anywhere from 3 to 4,000. Anywhere from 3 to 5,000.
See, that's already so much work just going through those. Like,
No,
to add video on top of that. Like,
not
absolutely
anymore.
not.
Not anymore. There's a company called Aftershoot, and they do all the call editing, the calling.
Yeah, so the program like automatically detects if people's eyes are
AI
open, if it's in
generated, and they can
focus,
separate
and-
eyes closed, duplicates, blurred images, and all that stuff.
Wow.
And they separate it for you. You just go through it, make sure which ones you like, and
yeah, verify that it did it
verify it's
correctly.
correct. And I like it. It makes it go by so much faster because you're not just seeing the image as a whole. You're also seeing close-ups of the faces.
Okay.
So you can
Yeah,
see
so
the
like in a group
focus.
photo, she can see each person's eyes if they're open or
Yeah,
closed.
so the
or-
full image here and all the individuals here of their
that's
close-ups.
nice.
And I like that. And it makes life so much easier.
Yeah.
So yeah, that has made life a lot easier after shoot. But I wouldn't. Film. I told him no when he wanted to try. I was like, "You do you. I'm not being any part of it."
You could get a drone and have the goggles and like fly it between the bride and groom as they're saying their IDs, and then do like slow motion as you're going through, and like
No.
Make it like a Michael Bay movie.
I have a hard enough time with my stupid mega glasses to remember to put them on and record it while I'm photographing. No.
Thinking about getting me some of them too. I need new glasses, and I got a prescription. So
Phil, you're muted.
When you look back, is it just the frame of the camera covering the meta?
I have to, so I'm a lefty. I'm a lefty when it comes to my frame, so I get in the way of it.
Oh, okay.
Because one of them is to take photo and the other one's video. So I get in the way of it, and I never remember which one. But because I'm a lefty, my camera covers my whole face versus most people use their right eye, if that makes sense. So they only get covered here. I get covered whole.
Nice.
So it's not. So I have to shoot here, and I hate shooting like this.
From the hip.
Yeah.
I mean, the mirrorless are great with the display screen, but
that's the only thing I love about the mirrorless is I have no dots. I can go wherever I feel like for focus. Versus the non-mirrorless, I had certain focus dots that I have to use that as my focus point, if that makes sense.
Yeah.
Yeah, dude, technology is getting wild because even the newest mirrorless cameras actually have a sensor in the viewfinder where you can set it so it focuses where your eye is looking in the viewfinder.
And I got that camera for that, and I don't use it.
Oh,
because you end up not liking it because
I hate it.
You want it
She's
to
just
focus.
cursing it the entire time. Yeah.
Like you want it to focus on the groom, but you're keeping an eye on the bride while she's walking, and now it's focusing over. So she turned it off like day one.
I literally got it because of that, and I am not using it. Whatever.
But it's crazy that it's even possible.
Yeah, it's all the technology stuff is just it's moving so fast.
Well, this stupid little thing follows us as we were talking.
Stop moving your hand; it's gonna do it again.
Didn't do it.
That's the most frustrating part for me with taking pictures of stuff with my phone is like in my room, my lighting is terrible. And like if I take a picture of a green tree in my room, it looks terrible. If I go outside, it's like now all the colors and stuff show up. Like, so if I'm taking a video or a picture of really anything now, minus the spiders, I'm going to take it outside and do it just because the in-room pictures are just bad. Like it's just such a struggle. Like the way the ceiling fan and light is pretty much anywhere in the room I am. If I'm trying to take a picture of something, my shadow is like over it to some degree just because of where it's positioned. And so it just to the point where like just I'm done with it.
Yeah, I put enough lights in the snake room that I usually don't have shadows pretty much anywhere, so I can use my cell phone to take pictures in tubs or whatever. But for like the real pictures, I basically do a whole little studio setup with flashes and backdrop and everything.
Nice. You don't just have a ring light on a tripod?
Yeah.
Nope, don't own a ring light.
That's awesome. That's good.
We borrowed one. We weren't a fan of it.
I don't know. This camera has one on it. It's pretty nifty. It gets stupid bright. It's like staring at the sun.
Is that your hand?
Yes, that is his.
Oh my god.
Yeah, we have a strip light right here,
Mm-hmm.
and that's what's hitting us.
Nice.
Yeah, it's fun to play with lighting.
One of the things I hated the most about posting stuff on Morph Market was just the whole procedure of getting babies out, trying to get decent pictures of them, like baby corns and stuff, which really don't sit still. So trying to get a decent picture and then figuring out a way to label it so I know what's what, but not having that little piece of card in the picture so that I can crop it out or something as I'm like making the ad. And it just, that was one of the reasons, Phil, that I was like, I think I'm just going to stick to wholesale because it's like I cannot spend half a day sitting here doing this because it's just driving me crazy. Like they won't cooperate.
Even when I had the little photo studio and like you have your data sheet, whether it be a legal pad or postcards or whatever, I would find myself taking a picture of my shoes on the floor. And that was the break in between each animal. There you go.
That's my list from today of taking pictures.
There you go. So yeah, so like I'll take a picture of the card or the list or whatever, do all the snake shots, then take a picture of my feet on the floor, then go to the next snake. You know what I mean? And that if I get to the floor pick, I know that that's the next snake.
See, that's what I should have done, because the issue was because they were corn snakes and stuff, they wouldn't sit still. So I'd have to take multiple pictures of the same snake.
Oh yeah.
But I'd still have to, I'd take a little index card and write the, the number of that animal. That way I knew which one it was. But then if I didn't get that card in the shot with the snake, I don't know if that's the same snake that I was taking pictures of, or if it's the one that came after that one. And it was just, so frustrating. It's like, this sucks. I don't know how people do this.
Well, colubrids, you got to use a deli cup. Set the deli
I
cup
tried
on
that.
top
And they
of them.
still didn't. As soon as you lifted it up, because I was using a little light box, it was like as soon as you lifted that up, they're just gone.
Yeah, you got to be quick draw. You got to have one hand on the camera, and you just pop the cup and take the picture.
Yeah.
But colubrids are rough to take pictures of. And that's the nice thing with the ball pythons is with all the morphs, usually every clutch looks different enough that I can tell when I've moved on it. And even when I have similar looking animals, I just go through and alternate so that it's easy to tell when I'm on to the next animal.
Yeah, that makes sense.
And then I usually do my pictures when I set them up. So now I have to go into my thing and create all their IDs and all that. But I took pictures in order of what their IDs are going to be. So
He is so anal about his IDs.
well, it streamlines the process, and I don't.
Good.
Especially when you're talking about all the hets.
I don't know how he remembers half of this shit. He's like 26, 19, blah, blah, blah.
Are you using one of the apps to keep track of all that stuff?
Yeah, I use Clutch.
Okay.
Which the only thing that sucks about it is it's strictly ball pythons, so it's useless for when I'm working with anything else. And then Day 56 is a new one that's geared towards ball pythons, but you can just tag things as whatever because it's not as
strict.
Clutch is very strict. It's very purpose built for ball pythons.
Okay.
I like the, what was it called? The new one?
Day 56.
Day 56. Like you can talk to it and it just finds it or puts it in like
Oh, nice.
261904 8 hits hopper and it will put it as 8. Or
Yes. So it uses AI for all that stuff.
They use AI for
It's
it.
just tough for me to switch in the middle of a season because
Oh yeah, you got to reprogram everything.
But you can say the number and say it locked, it shed, it pre-laid. Like,
Nice.
See, I like that.
That's
I
really
love
cool.
it.
Yeah, I've tried some of the apps in the past just for keeping track of stuff, and I always ended up defaulting back to pen and paper, just because of the speed factor. Like to sit there and go through and scroll, especially when you have a lot of animals. Like find the animal, find what you just did, date, all that stuff. It's just clunky. It just wasn't. It wasn't.
The guy was saying it's easier to name your animal, like Khaleesi and Fred locked today, and then they'll find it and put them as locked.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah, I am. Before using Clutch, I was just Google Sheets everything.
Yeah.
And I still like. I'm slowly moving away from the sheets.
Are you really though?
Yes. Like this year, I didn't put any of their hatchlings into a spreadsheet. They're only in Clutch.
You should see how long and color coordinated his sheet is.
That's cool.
Yeah, for breeding, I have every male has a certain color combo, so that way I can just put, locked on this date in his colors, and I know which male it was.
Does that new software generate QR codes?
Yeah.
Yeah, dude, that's.
But I don't like. I don't like the way the scanning works. So. Like,
you tried it for the new one?
Well, the Day 56, I haven't tried anything with it yet.
I feel like the QR code is more advantageous to the buyer because let's say you have a baby snake that you're selling in a show, you have the QR code. It has every time that snake's ate, its genetics.
It's convenient for that.
And then now the customer, the end user, they have all that data, and you just gave them a QR code. You know.
Yeah, I don't keep track of any of the feeding and any of that stuff. I just use a clip system on the tubs for
Yeah.
feeding because I tried using something to track feeding, and I was just like, no, I can't with this. It's too much.
Yeah, it's not effective. Like it's not when you spend just more time putting in the data and stuff than you do the actual thing you're logging. You know, it just that's been my hurdle with any of those apps. Is like I want to use them and I want to like them, but I'll start and I'll get stuff in there, but I almost always end up looking at an index card and a pen and being like, I'm just going to jot it down. I'm just going to write it down real quick, and that'll
But
be
look into day 56 because I like the way he was showing and presenting everything.
Yeah, and for me, like that extra time, even though this is my full-time job, I'm expecting 89 ball python clutches this year. I had
He said he was going to go down this year too.
I had a hognose clutch, 5 Cali King clutches, and a variable King clutch, plus whatever I get from all the boas. Well, I should have 4 Kenyan litters and then the 2 rough scales. So
That's a lot of babies, bro.
That's a lot of snakes.
Yeah, man.
Why do you think he does this full time?
Yeah, exactly.
But even doing it full time, that's why we're not going to Daytona.
Yeah.
Like we just got back from Iceland, and I am struggling to get what I need to get done before we go to Sear.
Yeah.
And when I get back from Sear, it's like I got another 12 clutches of ball pythons that will be shed out when I get back from Sear that need to get pictures, get set up, ID'd, all that. And every time I do that, it's like a whole day, plus staying on top of the regular feeding and cleaning and all that stuff.
Wow,
I think there's a heavily romanticized idea of what the full-time, breeder thing is versus reality, because I've contemplated doing that and Fulvius like together as something, but then I'm concerned that I would
burn out.
Yeah, no, I wouldn't enjoy it as much. But then, it sounds great, but then you realize you're spending 10 hours a day doing water bowls and all the things that you don't enjoy doing in your room. And to me, it seems like there's just a weird fantastical version that people think it is, and I think it's quite the opposite.
If you can learn how to delegate, it's much better.
Yeah,
it's
somebody doesn't like delegating.
Yeah, well, like our kids are getting old enough that they can start helping, but I'm very
Derek wasted a whole bunch of bedding on
so I'm starting to give the older one chores, but I'm giving him very specific, like wash these tubs, because I also I don't want him helping with the rodents because I don't want him breathing in the dust and all that stuff. So I'm keeping him away from that. Even cleaning the snakes, the reptichip, the cocoa, again, the dust, I don't, even I wear a mask when I do all that stuff. So I certainly don't want our 12-year-old kid doing any of it.
Yeah.
But
he wasted the bedding.
Oh yeah. I gave him the task of cleaning tubs, but then also putting it was after a show, all the animals that we had sold, I told him any of the tubs that were left open, you're gonna empty them out, wash them, and all that, right? And then I had a bunch of tubs that were already made up for babies that were shedding out. And he came to me and he's like, I've only got 7 left. I was like, what do you mean? There was only 9. What do you mean you only have 7 left? It's been an hour. It was because he was cleaning all of the ones that were brand new, fresh bedding. I was like, But he listened to the core instruction, all the open tubs. He just forgot about the fact that they didn't have any labels or paper clips on them. So
He's such
Wow.
an airhead.
Learned a lesson that day.
yeah,
Which one, the adult or the kid?
Oh,
Both. Yeah.
but no, it's been a little helpful.
how long have you been doing it full time?
3 years?
What
Or
year
2
is it?
years? We're in 26. Did you leave in
So,
23 or 24?
It's been a little over 2 years.
That's
And
awesome.
you know, I certainly don't make enough money doing it to. It's her business has been
Mhm.
helping carry the load.
You helped me carry the load for a while too. So now it's my turn.
I did the 9 to 5.
Aw.
I did the 9 to 5 thing while we built her photography business, and now COVID, I really stepped it up with the reptiles, and then I left my job, and now she's carrying us while this starts to build. Because like I made a lot of investments like 3 years ago,
Mm-hmm.
so like this year some of it's starting to pay
Yeah,
off.
now
but a
you're
lot of
starting to
it's-
get to
Yeah. It is time.
Yep. And it's definitely been tougher financially than when I had a 9 to 5. But man, the ability to just book a vacation and not worry about, oh, how many days off do I have left?
Mm-hmm.
Or just go to work in basketball shorts, you know? Who's better
Underwear.
than you? Yeah, exactly.
Yep. T-shirt, sandals, whatever.
Yeah, that's it.
The only days that really suck are rodent days and feeding days. Cause
Yeah, rodent days, man. Oof.
Mm-hmm.
It's a lot of rodents, bro.
Yeah,
It's crazy.
I don't miss doing a lot of rodents. I do a little bit of rodents now, but when I had a lot, dude, it was like Saturdays when I clean stuff. It's like, especially summer, like this time of year, I was like, fuck.
He has to do 2 rodent days.
Yeah, I usually split it up because I was doing everything at once, but then I was like, why am I doing this? The mice don't need to be cleaned yet. They can wait a few more days. So now I've kind of started doing the rats get done every week and the mice are like every 10 to 12 days.
Mm-hmm.
So they're usually not done on the same day anymore, but
I gotta
That's good,
clean
man.
my mice.
Mm-hmm. Fun.
Yeah.
I don't have them.
Lucky you.
I'm
know, right?
happy with my 2 bins. When I had all the racks and stuff for rats and mice, it was a lot of work. When I just got to the point where I was like, I can't deal with this anymore.
So, well, on that note, are you guys producing your own rodents? Yeah.
yeah. So I have 2 rat racks, and then I have a couple of homemade racks. So like I cycle my rat breeding groups through, and then once they make it out of their rack, they go into, I call them the retirement racks. And then I kind of run a mothering system until the mothers stop producing. When they start producing less and less, then they get pulled and go to berm food.
Nice.
Well,
Good cycle, man.
Yeah, and then the mice, I have 2 racks of those too. The 1065s. So I have
Same
one.
system.
Yeah, a little bit of a learning curve on the mice though. So I have one is a 1065 all the way through, and the other one is half 1065, and the other half is the big grow out tubs.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So I have a total of I don't know, like 80 something mouse breeding groups. So it took a little bit of a learning curve because my system was to just take one tub, that group's retired, and then, now I'm keeping my mice for way too long. So I kind of narrowed it down to like I'm doing like 3 to 4 tubs every week is getting retired. And
Okay.
That's been the hardest part for me, is just timing the grow, like keeping the breeders cycled and raising up enough to keep things moving. Because that was the issue I had with rats and stuff, is I was feeding off stuff and not holding enough litters back to raise up another group, of breeders. So it eventually just got to the point where all my rats were just retired, like they weren't producing anything anymore. And it's didn't have anything that ate big rats, so I had a freezer full of very large rats I couldn't do anything with.
Yeah, that is a rough spot with rats if you don't have something to eat the retired breeders.
Can Claire eat the retired breeders, or is she too small?
She eats like 3 a week.
Shit.
That's awesome.
Yeah, Jake has like 1, maybe 2 popcorn carpets that would take some periodically, but I still had way more than he would ever need to feed them on a regular basis. So I actually hit up a raptor sanctuary semi-local to me and was like, hey, I got all these rats. If you guys want them, like, I'll donate them to you. And I was gonna do that and went to go load up the cooler to meet them, and the freezer like shit the bed.
Oh,
So they weren't like thawed, but they were more thawed than I was comfortable. And so I messaged them and was like, I don't think you guys can use these because they're,
yeah.
I don't want to fuck up the birds.
Yeah.
Yeah, they will die.
Yeah, smart move.
So ended up just tossing them out in the woods for nature to do whatever it wanted with.
Equally cool.
Fed the local raccoons.
Yeah, until the local raccoon decides it wants to drag the rat into the neighbor's yard and then leave it.
We've had that happen. They grabbed a snake.
Really?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. And then we get told, "Is this yours?" Well,
Nope, don't know where it came from.
it was, but we had it put away.
That's one of them wild Connecticut rats. So. It's albino.
Not rats, not rats.
Oh,
Snake.
not rats, snake.
Or snake,
Oh.
yeah.
A little worse. That's
Little
fine.
bit.
That neighbor knew it was ours.
Who else could it be? Like, is this your?
Yeah.
Ah, man, I don't know. That's weird.
Yeah.
It's
Never
not
seen
my
that
fault.
one before.
Yeah, I don't even know what kind that is. I think it's a rattlesnake.
It's a corn snake we're talking about.
Yeah.
Right. We're at the 2-hour mark. If people want to follow you or get in touch because they want to buy some conicus, because conicus are awesome, what's the best way for them to do that?
Picture It Pythons on Instagram is where I am most active. And then we have a store on Morph Market. I'm great about getting the ball pythons posted on Morph Market. The sand boas tend to do really well at shows. I usually never even put them on Morph Market. But if you reach out through Instagram, then I have stuff available.
Get conicus, get leonis, all the stuff.
Did you ever tell them why we named your business Picture It Pythons?
No.
No.
Why did you name the business Picture It Pythons?
Because I was in a kick.
Photographer.
Well, I was in a kick watching the Golden Girls.
Nice.
So you know how the mother is always Picture It, Italy,
Yeah,
1938.
Yes.
So I was just trying to think of something to incorporate the photography.
That's your crotch.
Yeah, well, I don't know what this thing is doing.
Crotch. There you go.
And we're back.
There we go. Yeah. So he wanted something with.
I was thinking like picture this or picture perfect.
Honestly, man, now that you told that story, super cool. Love it.
Yeah, but if you also do Picture It Pythons, PIP is Pip, and what does a ball do?
There you go.
So it's a dual.
There you
Double
go.
entendre.
It's cute.
Double entendre.
And then the logo is a snake pipping out of a camera, and it's the same camera that's in her photography business logo.
A mirrorless that she hates.
That was actually for my 5D Mark IV. So
Nice.
And if anybody in the New England area is getting married or having a baby or anything,
what do you
then
mean New England area? I can do the marriage anywhere. We've gone to Poland and Italy for that.
Wow.
Loose Photography by Paula is hers.
No, he can ignore that one. He has 6 more people to follow him to get to 1,000 on Instagram.
Oh,
2 more
what's that?
people? 2 more people?
2.
Nice.
Yeah.
It might even be 1.
Because we've been waiting for him to get to a freaking 1,000.
I just wanted to be able to go live.
We made it.
Hey.
There it is.
Fucking took it long enough. God damn.
Yeah, because we've been doing the Morph Market live auctions.
Mhm.
and those
I
have
haven't
been
checked those out yet. How have those been?
We put music on the side, and we I feel like I'm talking to
it's been
ourselves.
going well. The only thing I don't like is it's like, I don't know, it's weird being up and there's people chatting, but
Mhm.
it's just the two of us and nobody to really talk to.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
it's
I tuned
little
into
odd.
to Palm Streets for spiders and stuff pretty regularly, and it seems like Morph Market's it's a very similar thing that Morph Market's doing with that, and it's a cool format. I like it. It's fun.
Yeah, it's great. It's we've had a few that did really really well, and we had a few that really did not do well, but and that's why I want to be able to go live on Instagram, is I like the
Yeah.
interactive part of it, without necessarily having to be like auctioning animals.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's
So.
great, man. That's great.
And then we'll be at the Southeast Reptile Expo next weekend.
Cool.
Atlanta.
And if you're
Hot
going
lamb.
there, I need another shirt.
I'll get one to you one way or another.
I want it.
There you
I
have
love explaining this shit to random
That's
normal
good.
people.
Normies.
They're like, what is that? I was like, a penis.
Kind of.
it. Don't you recognize it?
Yeah.
So this is the ones you sleep with every day. They
Just tell people
fucking,
it's a mushroom. They're like, oh, okay.
Yeah.
Fungus. Yeah.
they freaking love it. Then they just start saying, I'm going to tell everybody they're a hemipene. I go, great.
Nice. Nice.
Then it's doing its job.
Yep.
Exactly.
That's it.
I love it. I've used and abused this. It's been 3 years. I need another one.
Has it really?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, bro.
Jeez.
It goes by
My
fast.
life is flashing before my eyes.
Don't get me started.
This episode was brought to you by Fulvius Apparel. FulviusApparel.com. Use the code THN at checkout. Get 15% off your order. This is the exclusive promo code for THN listeners and viewers like you. And if you are going to Daytona, the pickup option is available at checkout. I got a whole bunch of stuff going down with me, so get in while you can, because I'm running out of room in the car because I have 4 people, 4 bags worth of luggage, and it's looking like at least 2 decent sized boxes of shirts. So,
And if you live above the 29th or 30th parallel, you only have a few more weeks to get your in situ clothing and wear it in the field before it starts to get too brisk. So
you could still wear it in the winter.
yeah, but I'm just saying, like, you're not going to be
I think
hurting in it.
it'd be comfortable still.
The whole point, it would be comfortable. The whole point is to wear it in field.
Oh, I don't
know?
know. I wear mine more at work and around the house than I do.
Oh no, I save
yeah.
it. I save it for those special moments
Oh.
in situ.
Alone.
Hopefully not.
No. Cold-blooded caffeine, coldbloodedcaffeine.com.
Got the animals.
Best coffee around. Give it a shot. Use the code SMOKE. And I think Flippin' Tennis happened Thursday. Like I said, I got to double check with Jake.
Yeah.
I think we have a bunch of Arachnid stuff lined up, but I just realized it's my child's open house this Thursday. So I got to tell Phil King the bad news that we got a punt. So something's going to happen Thursday. I don't know what. But
All right.
as always, you'll just have to wait and see because I don't have a clue.
That's how we roll.
Because we are not organized here at all. I was
Just
sitting
play
down
it
with
by
Phil
ear.
King for 45 minutes the other night and him going, okay, what about this date for this person, this person, this person? I'm like, absolutely. And then I come to find out I actually do have stuff going on. I just don't remember any of it. So,
Yep. Always got to consult your better half.
yeah. Just fly by the seat of my pants, man. That's how I do. We'll see everybody later.
Bye.
Bye.
Bye.